Hi, everyone, and welcome to Bonding with Ashley. I'm your host, Ashley Bond. On today's episode, I want to talk about travel. I travel a lot for work, I travel a lot personally, and I've tried to acquire and create habits and things to make my life easier when it comes to travel. So I wanted to share some of those things with you guys. So, one thing when I travel, I talk about this on social media, I am not a light packer. I'm not a light packer, you guys. And you know what? I am okay with that. I have resorted to the fact that that's just really most likely not going to be me, and I am not a light packer. So, in an effort to plan for that, I know that I have to drop my luggage off a certain amount of time ahead of time. I know that I will have to wait for my bag, and I also know that I'm risking that my bag may not end up where it's supposed to. So, on that note, one thing that I've learned and I've tried to start doing is packing a few little essentials in my carry-on bag. So whether that's like pajamas, one outfit, and a few toiletries that I'll need to make it through the night in case for some odd reason my bag doesn't get to where it needs to be. Another thing that I have done, which is a big one, is invest in luggage that makes it easy for me to travel with. So, as I said, I am not a light packer, and I know that I have to be the one to get my luggage from point A to point B, and lugging around sometimes 2 50-pound suitcases, if not 3 suitcases when I travel, is not always easy. So making sure that I have suitcases that have really good wheels, like I know when I travel, I can push all my bags myself if I have to. I appreciate and very much am thankful for anybody who I might be traveling with that offers to help me. Um and it's funny, I actually saw something on social media where this guy was like, should I be asking women to help them put their suitcase above in the luggage bin, like on the airplane? And all these people had different comments. I, for one, appreciate someone asking me. I've talked about the fact that I've hurt my back a little bit recently. Um, Working through that with physical therapy, which has been great. But I actually am someone who I appreciate if you ask me. If it's super easy and like, I might be like, oh, like, no, thank you. I really appreciate you asking. No, but like, yes, if someone asks me that, I very much appreciate it and will, yes, most likely take you up on that. Um, so, in case anybody was wondering what they should do in that situation, highly recommend it. But my point is, I know that if I need to be the only person worrying about my luggage, that I can do that. So there's a lot of luggage brands out there that have lifetime warranties. There's some that have select year warranties. Again, I am not sponsored by anybody. I am a Tumi suitcase girl. I invest in that luggage. I have found that it has withstood the test of time for so many things, and I really, really like it, and it makes my life easier. So, especially as someone who travels a lot, do I think you need to spend a lot of money on luggage? No, I don't. Think about what you have going on in relation to your travel and invest in what works for you in the time that you're in your life. But I know that I can push my luggage myself if I have to. Another thing that I love, you guys, this was a gift. Um, this little thing, because I love iced coffee or coffee when I get to the airport. This little thing slides over the handles of your luggage, and you can slip your coffee in there and continue to wheel your suitcase around. Brilliant. Now you don't have one hand full of coffee that you're about to spill everywhere. I just got this on Amazon, you guys. I don't know. This brand, Riemot. Um, unless, yeah, I think that's what it is. So just got it on Amazon, but I think you can find anything. But you guys, I love this. And people actually ask me about this all the time because it makes my morning travels so much easier. Um, Another thing that I do, mainly for fun, I will occasionally buy once a year a new travel outfit, especially if you're going to be traveling a lot or you have really, really long flights. Having a travel outfit that you like is actually really important, especially if you're on flights for longer than 6 hours. You can get hot, you need to take things off in layers. So I think it's kind of fun to have a travel outfit. I just mentioned layers. This, for example, is something that I enjoy wearing. I like wearing gym shoes and comfortable shoes because some of those airports are extremely big and I want to be comfortable walking around. Have a jacket, since I can kind of use it as like a little blanket if I want. So layering up, I always suggest. Another thing that I bring with to just try and make everything a little bit easier, I have this guy, and it's just, I think I got it from, I don't even know, Amazon somewhere, Target maybe. It just holds all the cords for my stuff. So I have my phone cord in here. I have my cord for my headphones in case like I actually need to connect them into the television screen or the seat. I have like another Bluetooth cord. I will put my phone charger in here, but this just kind of keeps everything together in my bag instead of trying to dig through everything and find a specific cord. I know exactly where everything is at. I also love bringing an eye mask when I travel because sometimes the curtain situation in hotels, I'm sorry. If you have like these beautiful black light or blackout light curtains, and then there's this gap, and then the sun blinds me in the morning, I'm gonna be real sad. Um, so an eye mask, and then you can also use it on the plane if you need to. I also have this from the Skinny Confidential, and it is the travel ice roller. Guys, if they don't have a fridge in the hotel room, usually I'll just stick this in the fridge so that it's ready to go. If they don't have a fridge though, most hotels have an ice machine or an ice bucket. I will go in the morning, go get some ice in my ice bucket, come back, take the lids off, shove this in the ice bucket, and by the time I get out of the shower, it's nice and cold and available for me to roll out my face. Especially when I travel, I feel like I get a little puffy. I have an ice roller here at home, but this one allows me to bring this on the go, and I absolutely love it. And I have forgotten it at a hotel before, and they were kind enough to hold on to it for me. But what I do so that I don't forget it is I keep it in this bigger case, I guess, if you will, or box, and I leave the box right next to the fridge. So that way I know if it's empty, I'll remember it and grab it and pack it before I head home. So that one's the Skinny Confidential travel roller, and I love it. I also have loop earplugs. I love these earplugs. Sometimes you may need it if you're at a hotel that's a noisy hotel. Maybe you want it for the airplane. Highly recommend those ones. And this, my girlfriend got me this. It's EMDMAK. It is an alarm. You turn it on, it goes underneath the door. I travel a lot by myself, and my girlfriend was worried about me. I really appreciate it. She got me that and sent it to me, and I use it on all my trips. I don't think about it much, but I turn it on and I have it there, and it gives me peace of mind. Um, so if you need something, I highly recommend that. I also pack, and again, I am not a doctor or a nutritionist, but traveling a lot, I try and make sure that I have all of my vitamins, anything that I might need with me while I travel. I like taking liposomal vitamin C, so I buy the individual packets of that and I throw that in my suitcase as well. And then I love the Shiseido. I think they're the retinol eye masks. They are a little bit pricey, but I love them. So I always make sure that I have a few of those in my bags in case I have something like special or really important that I'm going to when I travel. And then another thing that I do is, because if you are someone especially who's traveling a lot and you're constantly packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking, I keep a lot of doubles in my toiletry case. So I have full deodorant, toothpaste, face lotion, my sunscreen, like SPF lotion in the morning. I have doubles of all of that, and it just stays in my travel case. And I don't have that for everything. There's certain things that I don't have doubles of, but it just makes it so much easier when I go to pack, because I was finding I was just constantly unpacking and repacking everything and then forgetting so many things. So if you can find a few staples that you know you're going to have to use, just buy doubles of them, because you are going to use them. Just buy doubles of them and keep your toiletry bag ready to go. So, those are a few of my travel recommendations. I hope that one of those tips will maybe help you or that you enjoyed it. And I would love to know more travel tips. So, if you have something that you love or a product you really enjoy, I would love to hear it. So, please let me know. And if you think anybody else would enjoy this, please share it with them.